Blessings, everyone. Okay, I've got a lot here to show you. I am going to be mirroring a brother's video that he did a series, three-part series. I'm going to try to fit two of those videos of his into one, so I'm not going to talk too much. Okay, there's going to be some reading here and there, but not much. But real quickly, I want to show you something here that I think is very important to what is being said here, what we're doing and talking about. Okay, so you can see the bay, the Golden State, the Warriors. Okay, this is, okay, San Francisco. This is San Francisco Bay, of course. No bridge. Okay, is basically what I'm saying. There's no bridge. You got the three lines going here. I don't know if that is to be a boat. I don't know. I have no idea, but there's no bridge. We have the WW, of course. Okay. Trying to get this done real quickly here. Again, this is exactly what's happening right now. I put this in here because I just want to make the connection with Canada. Something's going on with the Toronto Raptors, Canada basketball team. See this again, I think the Chinese, where I'm going with this here, this is the Chinese dragon. That's what it looks like to me anyway. There's a dragon with the two eyes here that are colored in. Okay, you can call those eyes if you'd like, I don't know, but there's the two eyes for me. Again, you could probably make more out of this than what I'm seeing at this time, but again, I just want to stress that this is more or less the Chinese dragon, the number 30. You know, you could see the details here. This is what's happening here, okay, with the energy, the black magic, you know, the masks, the black magic, the evil. Here's the Chinese. I believe that this is the lettering for 30. This is how these, this is 30. You've got the Bay Bridge, 30. I want you to also look at this here. I don't believe that that is water. Okay, I believe that this is the virus right here. Okay. Chinese heritage, the Bay. Stephen Curry, number 30. Again, showing you Chinese. Oops. Okay. Now, do you remember when I read the town of Frankfurt? The town of Frankfurt? It was FC Frankfurt towns of the football team. It said towns of the football team. And here we have the tree of, you know, good and evil right here. The town, good and evil. The synagogue that they celebrated this new scroll. And right at that spot where the synagogue stood before World War II is where they began their celebration. Towns, right? Frankfurt. I just want to show you this real quick. Pope Francis and the Black Pope, Adolfo Nicholas. Lord of the Manna, Lord Rothschild on responsibilities of wealth. Okay, dismay at the bankers, Israel's bankers. All right. So I came back here to show you the towns, to make the connection with the towns, being Frankfurt, okay, the football team. And you remember it said FC, Frankfurt, the towns of the football team. It was right here. Well, it's gone now. Okay, it's gone. FC Frankfurt, the towns. football team. It's missing. It's gone. They're on the run. They're hiding. Interesting. So March 2008, the Jewish community of Frankfurt celebrated its first Torah dedication since the Holocaust. The procession of the new Torah began from the spot where the town's Frankfurter synagogue of Satan, where it stood prior to World War II. Okay, so just real quickly, I just want to show you that they had taken this part right out. It says FC Franklin is the town's local football team. Okay? They took it out. They're hiding. They're on the run. Oh, wow. I'm in awe about this. I'm just in awe. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so there it is. Gone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror Brother Nolan's series. He's got a series, a 3-part series, but I'm just going to try to put the 2 into 1 if possible. Again, I am absolutely in awe how Brother Nolan was doing his work that I knew nothing about, and I was doing mine. He knew nothing of what I had found with the FC football team here in Frankfurt. So this morning when I got up and I saw the work of Brother Nolan, I had to do this immediately to get it out, to show you, God is at play. God is working here, and he's working with his servants. And this is how he's showing us. Like I said, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. And when we come together, it's one. And it's all for one cause. And that is to lift and glorify God. It's his work that he has put before us. All we have to do is pick up the truth and hold it up for everyone to see, that is willing to look and is still able to receive. So here we go. All right. Amazing. We take no credit. FC Frankfurt is the town's local football team, right? Who would even think anything of this, right? You would bypass this no problem. Interesting, right? For me, because I just went through the Olympics, remember? And I said, the Olympics, I said when I first watched it, it was the Navy SEALs, and they open it up with the waters, okay? And then they go to the young girl in the red, and I make an automatic bang with the little girl in the red coat, brought me Schindler's List, Hitler, and then you see the saluting with the children, you see them salute in the Hitler manner, the flag, Adam, the red, okay? Everything was red. So again, I'm going right through that, and it's going bang, 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 bang. I mean, as it's just that fast, And so we also realize that they show you how they are making the scroll, okay? I bring this up, I show you this, because they got the black dragon, right? And they show you how they make the scroll. Okay, I just want to read this out. The bang, 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 as a woman in travail for labor to deliver. and the black red dragon ready to eat it up. What will become of our work? Can a dragon eat a whale? Maybe. But that whale from Jonas is going to be hard to swallow up, even by them. Wow. Now, I'm now thinking that the brown sheet that they did the picture on with the sun, the mountains, and the river, from where they come from and who they worship, okay, with the waters again. When you think of Peter, when Peter had the sheet fall from heaven to earth, from top to bottom of the animals, here you see them from going bottom and they bring it up and they show the sun, the mountains, and the river or the ocean waters. So this is what I found, right? Yeah, watch this. Sorry about that. Okay, FC Frankfurt is the town local football team. Okay. They took it right out. Let's see. Oh yeah. East, okay. Is a German football club based in Frankfurt, sorry. The club was founded in East Germany as the Army Club. Okay, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Leipzig. Leipzig. I don't know. Not even trying. Okay. Now here we go. In March 2008, the Jewish community of Frankfurt celebrated the first Torah dedication since the Holocaust. The possession of the new Torah scroll began from the spot where the town's Frankfurt synagogue stood prior to World War II. Here is everything that I was seeing as I was watching it right there in front of me. And I also remember the scroll. For me, the scroll was from top to bottom. I read it from top to bottom. I too am a witness to that, absolutely. And this is a new scroll. Began from the spot. Begins. Their history begins. Okay, I'm going to read this. This is the video that he had just done not too long ago. So I didn't read the whole thing, but I'm going to read it now. I think it's appropriate that I do read it right now. Back then I didn't feel the importance. I just didn't. But now I believe it's time to read this out completely. Read or die, because if people don't read, and so if they don't know about this, they will surely keep on with Kleck and stay tuned. I'm so sorry. Keep on with Kleck and stay tuned forever unto the fire, and they will follow him in the fire. Not that he himself would touch it with one finger, but instead put his finger. Nothing ever can reach you. Are you offended if you know he mocks the sheep, saying Satan mocks the sheep, but he is the one putting his finger in the ass of the sheep, for to demonstrate what exactly? A teacher that is not pleasing the Lord. The Bible teaches what pleases the Lord, taking the stripes from a brother or a sister. This is an 8 minutes I cut down to the chase from a 1-hour video I made somewhere in 2019. The point, Walk With Me made videos, several more than one. That's the Edomite chapter from the book written of her work for Christ. She mentions Kleck is red for Edom. Now look at that. The Lord showed me which video and where I recorded in 2019 about the very fact that Klecks lives in Texas, and there's a sign showing Texas, Edom. I know it reads Eden, but it meant Edom. I agree. When he says when he rings the bell, it would bring all the way back to the Garden of Eden, he really meant Edom. I agree. Do you see the miracle? No false miracles, because the miracle of recovering the sight is for you now to admit that Jonathan Klecks is rebuked by the working of two mighty prophets over swallowing all his works over and over and over again. It's already proven and recorded how they are many, and they are manifesting. Every time we do or say anything, they follow after, and the Holy Spirit revealeth what they do right away on the spot. Remember the sheep with spots and the sheep with less as blemish. Because our spots are not seen before the Lord, because the Lord magnify his true servants, and do prove their works recorded, not as if you ever saw Klecks performing. Prove their works recorded, not as if you ever saw Klecks performing at the mall or under a pipeline for to give back the sight, but still he had to wear glasses still. You know what I'm talking about? Klecks gave back the incurable eyesight, but the guy still needed his glasses. Well, that doesn't make sense, sigh. So here is the video showing Texas. Adam Klecks lives in Texas. Okay, I just wanted to read that out. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Remember all days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he shall show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, with abomination provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to God, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten God that has formed thee. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith. For their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of dragons and the cruel venom of asps. Symbolically, the dragon for the Chinese represents the Godhead. So the scroll begins from the spot where the town's Franklin's synagogue stood.
In other words, African economies are Mickey Mouse economies. In other words, African economies are Mickey Mouse.
Okay, this was very important because I am focusing in on Africa. And, when the shaman said that these beings that live underneath the mountain, okay, which sparked this whole thing with Esau with me, okay, said, and he quoted that one of them said that they were saying that they were the elder, right? They were the elder of us. And I thought that that was really striking for me to do the investigation on Africa and looking right into the mannerisms and everything about Esau. So yes, this is exactly what I'm working on right now. So just to let you know, my next video is going to be about this. And here he says, Brother Nolan, is Africa the one represented on top of the building to look at the crafts first and report for to spread more rumors after the virus and the killing hornets and all other new plagues of our time? I'm being presumptuous, much tempted. The one that were the ones that were the poorest will be the first in lines to receive all the godly gifts from the A lie from NZ, New Zealand of Z. Okay, so absolutely, this is really important, and I'll be getting back into that. Yeah, what insight you have, you really do.
Economies which cannot compete. And because we are disunited, we are incapable of moving as one unit. The European Union wants to have what they call bilateral negotiations with Benin. The European Union's
Again, I found this very interesting, and I agree. Alien negotiation, two meanings. First, the alien because of another country, and second, the alien from hell, disguised as if they are coming to negotiate peace with men. I agree absolutely.
combined economy, perhaps the largest market in the world today, is something in the neighborhood of 14 trillion United States dollars if you combine the European Union economy, and you have bilateral negotiations with Benin. That is smaller than the turnover of Standard Chartered Bank. In other words, the president of Standard Chartered Bank could very well be the one negotiating with the president of Benin, if we were to be realistic. But that is because we are disunited. And I'm submitting to us that the only antidote to that is our unity.
Okay, this is also very interesting. Again, I'm going to read this out. Peace and unity is the theme spoken by all leaders from all of every country. Either they appear on the stage to faint fighting injustice or to save the planet or mankind. It's all about the message of all unity. First step, all unity as a country. Second step, unity as a world and a race. Third, it's always 3 stages plan.
I know, as I said yesterday, that there are already efforts to move Africa.
Plan to unite as the cosmos with all the aliens and every species, animals, biological plants, men and women, and stars and star beings. And they're very real, but they're not new. This is truly the seed of Cain that we're talking about. When they, yeah, well, we'll get into that later.
In the direction of unity at the economic front, but the suspicions in Africa are too great. God red-handed. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, but you see, okay, God is providing the way to catch them in their lungs. He provided the way. It's there. because alien communication, interception, invasion, net. But he's saying that we are all the alien. Everybody are the alien. Everybody are Satan, the seed of the serpent. There is no seed difference. Okay? There is not the good seed, the bad seed anymore, according to him. Eden restored. But guess what? He is wearing again the red. You see, okay? He's laughing at your face. He's wearing the red again. Telling you he never wear red. He doesn't own any clothes red. And he's living in Texas. Maybe not now actually, because that was in this apartment. This bell, it rings all the way back to the Garden of Eden. Press it out. And I didn't understand. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? What does that mean? It rings back to the Garden of Eden. Is that true? Okay, and then
Okay, first of all, that's a bell that goes all the way back to the garden. Well, no, that goes back to Adam. I'll let him continue here. I just want to show you. I want you to hear it yourself again.
It's my birthday. I have John 3:16 written on my shirt. The Lord told me to wear all red. I'm red head to toe. And this is what he told me.
You see. Now, Esau was born red. This is his birthday. Esau was red. Adam means red. I believe that here in Luke 11:51 is what we are dealing with and what we're talking about here today in truth. And it says here, from the blood of Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, which perished between the altar and the temple. Verily I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation. You see, because going back, we can see that it was Abel's blood that cried out to God. So I believe it's Abel that we're talking about, Abel's blood, not Adam's blood. Concerning this with Adam, I have a question here. Because here it says in Genesis 4:25, and Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son and called his name Seth. For God, said she, hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. So I found that interesting. It's like he says that the garden's, pretty much in Texas is what he's trying to refer and say to everyone, but we know that, like I said, it was really interesting to find the truth and seeking this truth, that the river ran right into Ethiopia's river ran right into the Garden of Eden, like I say, with 4 other rivers that fed the garden. I thought that was amazing, so Eden is a real place, and this place is not Texas. Okay, so I'm just going to read. This was the answer to my question about the seed, and this is Brother Nolan's insight and his answer to that question. Seth was less innocent blood than Abel, whom is like Jesus, but more ruddy, like his brother. To see him coming the next time from afar, having a chess move made ahead of time, every time. Ethiopia's river ran right into the Garden of Eden, like I say, with 4 other rivers that fed the garden. I thought that was amazing. Chess move ahead of time as predicting the future. Did you watch The Simpsons episode which Bart plays chess ahead of the time against his father and his father? Doesn't remember he knows how to play with his son as to predict the future. It was on TV yesterday when they aired the season 30 when there are 31 seasons, so as to predict the future ahead of time. The chess game against the Father. That's what they are playing. The show. The play.
And I sat there and I just wept. Just wept. Oh God. I think I offered him money and cigarettes. Oh, you need some cigarettes?
Sorry about that.
It was like, okay. Okay. And he told me, don't worry, Jonathan, you'll know what to do. Don't worry, you'll know what to do. And then, without going through the whole rest of the testimony, then I got in the car and I drove off with Lou and went to 7-Eleven to get some cigarettes. And then I came back to Travis Park and I was walking across the street and so many cop car lights lit up. I was like, it looked like a terroristic event. There were lights everywhere lit up, all around the whole Travis Park. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
This is true MK Ultra. So you know the situations that Jonathan says that he's had in his testimony where he was surrounded by them and they were laughing and mocking him, and he was on his little quest. This is it. So you know the situations that Jonathan says that he's had in his testimony where he was surrounded by them and they were laughing and mocking him, and he was on his little quest. This is it. So you know the situations that Jonathan says that he's had in his testimony where he was surrounded by them and they were laughing and mocking him, and he was on his little quest. This is it. Again, the Olympics, it was Friday the 8th, 2008. And this is where the children saluted the flag in the Hitler salute. Hi, Hitler. I did that little thing on Hell's Bells, right? Where in the football on the third down, they always ring that bell. Yeah.
media.
So then, in English, okay, all right, I might as well start. East Germany Sports Club from the city, okay, what I just read, all that there. The sports club, okay, English People's Police, the East Germany National Police, right here, based in the city. The name Vorharts was used in East Germany by those clubs associated with the army forces, military organizations, and police. So I don't really recommend for those that are, that are sensitive to look at this, but it's there and it's really perverse. So we need to look at the mannerism of the descendants of Esau. It's almost like they were warlords. It's almost like, if you look at it's almost like they were warlords. It's almost like, if you look at it's almost like they were warlords. It's almost like, if you look at it's almost like they were warlords. It's almost like, if you look at it's almost like they were warlords. It's almost like, if you look at How did you know? I was working on it before you uploaded your video already. I hope others get the idea and the bigger picture. This really is Jonah's sign as becoming the whale to swallow all their prophets. I concur. Okay. Then the scene with the bell falling on his head, it looks like it's behind a coat of arms, which it really does. Like Jonathan Kleck is always bragging about. Bells fall. Okay, bell falls on his head. Okay, right before the bell falls, the Pope figure says, "Lord Jesus, have pity on him. No mercy, only pity. The Lord will not spare his enemies if he didn't spare himself, nor the Father, his Son. Nor the Father, his Son." This was cute. Okay, it says, and then, okay, again, we don't know what each other is doing here. Okay, so the sailboat, I didn't tell you yet, but my last series of videos from 2019, 20, and 20 were name folder small boat. I even forgot about it while before it was made. I didn't know it would become relevant as the new videos concerning the sailboats. The sailboat. Read a little bit about the Dukes to give you an idea. The governor, the Duke, was both the highest civil official as well as the commander-in-chief of the legion garrisoned within the province. Okay, I'm going to read this real quick. I am running out of time. In 2002, Klecks said he was saved, but it's only on the year 2008 that he went public on the net.